Well, how do then, chums? 'Tis I, Captain of the Steves, and today, chums, for you guys in the viewerverse, something a little bit different for you. Yeah, I don't normally do videos like this because I am not financially minded, I am not really politically minded. So yeah, this video is a bit of both of those two things. So yes, this is 3 ways that I feel we could recover the UK's economy. Now, like I say, I'm no financial expert. I'm going from gut feeling on a lot of this, but I'm going to base it on things that I do sort of know about in a roundabout way, or at least watch documentaries on and got a fair deal of an idea. But I think it's a better idea than their mini budget that they've now backpedaled on. No, that's forward pedal. Backpedaled! There we go. Backpedaled on. So here we go. Idea numero uno. Hitting it up. Righto, so part of their 45p tax break type idea was to help businesses. No, that's going to help massive organisations, not small businesses on the high street that you see in here. And when you drive down any UK high street right now, you're going to see business after business with the shutters down, windows washed out or boarded up, because everything's gone out of freaking business during lockdown. Because they didn't get furlough or anything, or any sort of help. Only the big businesses did. Yeah, so we need to help small businesses, and the way that we do that is by cutting business rates. Yeah, we have this strange thing in the UK called business rates, which is like council tax, which is even weirder. But yeah, business rates cost a fortune, and small businesses just simply can't afford them. So cut the business rates in half, or even get rid of them for small start-up businesses. So a lot of these little high streets and things that we've got in the UK, they haven't got a massive foot flow anymore. Because a lot of people have started buying online and all sorts of other shenanigans and changed their shopping habits. We need to encourage people back to the actual high street by making sure the high streets are full of unique mini businesses and bring back that charm of the English sort of UK town, you know, little independent stores, little thrift shops and things. Heck yes, bring it back to life by cutting business rates and making it easy for new startups to get back on the ladder and to recover the UK economy from the small businesses up, not the big businesses is down. It makes no sense. Anyway, idea number 2, people. Idea number 2. I bet you can't wait to find out what that one is after that first humdinger of an idea. So here we go. Idea number 2, people. So next up, people, nuclear fusion. Not nuclear reaction. A nuclear fusion is where it fuses the cells together and gives us the power of the sun in a reactor core here on Earth. Am I talking realms of sci-fi? No, this is actually in Oxford, in Cherwell and Oxford, and they have actually made one of these facilities and they've nearly cracked it, people in the viewerverse. So yes, nuclear reaction fires particles at each other and kaboom! And they explode to create the energy, but that results in a lot of nuclear fallout, whereas nuclear fusion reaction fuses the cells together. Little tiny bit of radioactive fallout, but not a lot, and lots more energy to be harnessed, like the power of a mini sun. So get this right, and we could power the whole of the UK. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. At the moment it can power about 6 kettles or something ridiculous. But all this sort of money and tax breaks and whatever, why not get all of that and plough it into this technology and say, here you go, Oxford and Cherwell, hammer onto it, get in more staff, get in more resources, let's get this freaking done by the year 2025 for when the sort of tax breaks sort of end on energy. So it's all well and good as having this means to create electricity, but then we need battery farms to actually plough all this energy into so we can use it when we need it and it's on tap. Because at the moment we've got all these wind farm energy farms, and that's the problem right now. We don't have the batteries to actually store it all in, so it just goes back into the grid and gets used up or just dissipates. We need to have decent battery farms to accompany this sort of electric harnessing. Anyhow, what's item number 3? What's idea number 3 that I have? This is the last of the ideas. Yes, you probably got that from the title. 3 ideas to improve the economy or fix the economy. Now this one, I've had this idea for such a long time. Since I was a little boy, they discontinued the halfpenny piece. Now I'm thinking, let's get rid of 1p's and 2p's. And here's why. So we go, people. 1p's and 2p pieces over here in England and the UK are made out of sort of precious materials, or they once were up to about like the 1980s or somewhere around there. But the copper count inside these coins is extremely high. Then on after we started using not so precious metals like copper and tin and things like that, and nickel. And yeah, all the older ones have got a slight magnetic sort of count to them. So it's quite easy to separate the ones that are precious metals from the ones that are not precious metals. But anyway, to get all these metals, whether they're precious or not, it is a long, laborious task. They have to be mined, they have to be excavated, then they have to be melted down and then put into sheets, and then pressed into coins, and then be stamped, and all sorts of other manual tasks that includes having employees around the world to get the materials, then in the actual factory to get the coins pressed. There's massive stringent security things around all of this, because you don't want them walking around with freaking loads of coins when they finish work, do you? No, you don't. So yeah, there's a lot that goes into making coinage, and coinage that we don't hardly even use. So yeah, we get to that in a moment, but I'm thinking if we were to discontinue the 1p's and 2p's and say they're no longer legal tender, everybody be rushing to the banks to take all their 1p's and 2p's and get them cashed. Okay, not only that, the government can then get all the precious ones that were minted before like the 1980s or whatever, and get all the copper out, because copper piping and things like that and copper cabling, we could do with all of this resources back in to the actual resource economy. You know, now a lot of these coins are actually worth like 3 times their actual face value. So the old 2p's and 1p's from back in the 1980s are actually worth about 4p for a 2p piece and 2p for a 1p piece, or maybe even more now because of the way the world's going. So melt it down, get a shed load back. But all the things that now cost 99p or £1.99 or £99.99, just make it £100. Round it up. Round all these items up so the shops are making that little mini penny profit on every single thing. But then when people go to the banks to get rid of all their 2p's and 1p's, round it down to the nearest 5p. So if they do give you 99p, they get 95p back in 5s and 10s and 20s. You know, it's as simple as that. So there's that little surplus there that's going on. And that should help lift the economy and get all these 1p's and 2p's back into circulation in some sort of other form, other than coinage. It'd be minted or whatever, you know, notes basically is what I'm saying. Because at the moment, a lot of these 1p's and 2p's just sit around outside of normal circulation. So this is actually my hallway at home. Now I'd imagine every single household across the UK has something like this, where you just put all your 2p's and 1p's. They don't even get spent. You know, people have got these in giant Coke bottles in the back of wardrobes or whatever. 1p's and 2p's just sit there and do fudging nothing. And, you know, when you do go and buy something, oh, don't worry about the change. Yeah, so these are coins that we're not using. So for frick's sake, just get rid of them. Nobody really likes this shrapnel in their pockets. It weighs a ton. Okay, well, people in the viewerverse, there's my 3 ideas on how to fix the UK economy. So there we are. Now, I came up with these ideas. I'm going to be brutally honest with you. Yeah, I was taking a dump. I was taking a freaking dump, people. And I was thinking to myself, what would I do if I had the power to? How would I fix the UK economy? Let's just go with 3 ideas. These are the 3 ideas that I came up with within that 5-minute allotted time. Yes, I've padded them out, I've put in some video footage, etc., and I've blown them up to say, there you go, there's my ideas, there's my thought patterns. Yeah, I'm fairly sure you guys in the viewerverse have got loads of other ideas. Put them in the comments. Put them in the comments. Let's just hope that this gets to the eyes and the ears of somebody in the UK that can fix the economy, and hopefully they take all these ideas on board. Until next time, people, you've been freaking awesome. Goodbye, and goodbye again. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please hit a like and a subscribe, and I'd like to say a massive great big thank you to all of my backers over on Patreon and over on YouTube membership. Thanking you, backers! And if you want to support this channel, just don't skip the adverts. That throws revenue down my avenue. Or yeah, just stay with Captain Steve that little bit longer and hit something on this screen. There's merch here now too.